Good morning, Mr. Thunderstorm. Thank you so much for meeting with us today. My name is Charlotte, this is Jean and Cornelius, and we're Team 5 Millennium Inc., and we're here to talk to you about our luxury movie theater project. So as a quick overview, we found that there was a lack of a luxury movie theater in the UCF area for students and families to enjoy, so we decided that we'd like to build a luxury movie theater. Now, according to our WBS, we have an infrastructure section which will take up a bulk of our time. The lobby area, there will be an arcade area, a dining area, and the different types of theaters that we will include. Now, this is a list of our technical requirements. This will be the basis for our time and budget estimates. We expect that this will be a 2-story building. It will include 22 theaters with 18 normal theaters, 2 IMAX, and 2 4DX theaters. We expect that there will be 8 bathrooms, 2 on each side of the escalators and on each floor. There will be a bar, a kitchen, an arcade area, and a reception desk. And now we'll hear from John about the network diagram.
Thank you so much, Charlotte. So here on our network diagram, the first thing that I want to call your attention to is the red highlights, which highlights our critical path. And that includes our installation of plumbing, installation of flooring, escalators and elevators, the installation of the seating and screens. So it is very important that we get these things right, as there's no slack on these. And I also want to call your attention to the fact that we bottom up estimated this to take around 275 work days. So here on our Gantt chart, I also want to call attention to the highlighted navy blue tasks. Those tasks are our critical path. And you'll notice that those tasks in a critical path, like I said, they have no slack. They also happen to be the ones that take the longest amount of time. So it is very important that we monitor them closely and pay attention to them closely. And here on our time phase budget, I just want to call attention to the fact that, as you saw before, not only were those the longest tasks, but they just so happened to be the least expensive tasks. And so the bulk of our money that we're going to be using, we're going to start using them around week 41 through 42. That's when we start using the other half of our budget. So those tasks at the end heavily depend on the long and least expensive tasks that we're doing from week 1 through week 33. At week 42 is when we start installing our seating, installing our screens, and bringing all the specialized equipment and technology for a very cool movie theater. And so, like I said before, it's very important that we keep track and monitor them closely. So here's Cornelius. He's going to be talking about risks and opportunities.
Thank you, John. So jumping right in, one risk that we had to take into account for was potential roof leaks. Our preemptive action for the roof leaks is to have the roof inspected very well and make sure we don't miss anything in the roof. A contingency plan for this, just in case the roof does leak, is we may have to, or we will have to, redo all of the flooring that we had done, so we have to reinstall it and get more flooring in. On to a second risk that we also had to take into account for are lightning strikes. Our preemptive action for this is to install power surge protectors on our fuse boxes. And a contingency plan that we have for this, is to have our insurance cover the potential damages. Now, with all of this, an opportunity that we saw was improving our communications through the team leaders and the work packages. Now, this will help us reduce our time and materials when completing the task. A contingency plan we have for this is to have incentives for our team members, such as, parties, team outings, financial rewards such as gift cards, bonuses, little things like that to help motivate our team members. And as you can see here is our procurement plan, which basically lays out the materials we need for certain work packages, such as install flooring, the elevators, escalators, install the seating, and like I said, you can see the needs that we have here, the time frame that we have to get those materials. And you see the lead times for the work packages we have shown here. And the lead times are basically just the time that it takes to get these different materials. And now on to the procurement document, which lays out our proposal for the materials and everything we need, starting with the scope, into the time frame, which is the amount of time that we have to get these materials and to get everything done. Selective criteria for the team members that we are looking for and to get this job done. Submission instructions on down to the contact information for our project team manager, which is Charlotte Johnson. Now, on to Charlotte to close us out.
Thank you very much, Cornelius. And thank you very much, Mr. Thunderstorm, for meeting with us today. If there are any questions that require further clarification, we will address those now. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time.